Following the opening of Josef Albers' exhibition at Centre Pompidou, we present a culinary event organized by the Josef and Annie Albers Foundation and orchestrated by innovative chef Tribouillet-Rozencweig. Eve has been bringing Albers' approach and technique into the kitchen for over a decade, and tonight, with select members of the art community, they'll have the opportunity to participate in Eve's latest translation of Albers' theory and painting.
When he became rich and famous, Yale wanted him back. But when he was too experimental and outspoken, he didn't suit them.
What was he outspoken about?
How to paint.
C'est formidable, c'est créatif, c'est une expérience, c'est coloré, c'est drôle. Et je trouve que c'est très joli de rester symboliquement avec un artiste autrement. Donc ça m'a beaucoup plu.
I became a chef about 15 years ago, and I cater events with a very special way to do it, since I never do a recipe twice.
Josef responded very, very immediately to color in its purity. And Eve responds very directly and immediately to the flavors of food and their intensity.
Were you influenced in your cooking before by other artists, by art in general?
By art in general and by Albers, because I've been working on Albers for 10 years now. It's not only an inspiration from Albers, but the aim was to transform the participants into real disciples of Albers. I wanted them to use Albersian principles and theories, and among those, the idea to use colors directly without mixing them, and to sample them side by side and see what was happening.
Et je trouve que la cuisine d'Ève est très créative et très dans l'esprit d'Albers, qui était quelqu'un qui était toujours en train de chercher et d'essayer et de faire des combinaisons toujours nouvelles. Et c'est ce qu'elle fait et c'est vraiment très bien.
Albers used to talk about thinking in situations, responding directly. And to me, that's what the project tonight is about, direct responses.
So that's a kind of sea seed, sea grass, something with salt. That's and garlic, but actually it doesn't taste garlic, but it doesn't taste black either. Have you ever tried the taste of black?
I did have the taste of black, but I did also have a lot of garlic, because I made a Mondrian with a lot of white, and it was a lot of garlic in it. I loved it.
Okay, so you think Mondrian is garlic?
Yeah, Mondrian is definitely garlic.
They had 8 different colors in tubes, and each color was corresponding to a different taste and a mood at the same time.
And now an introduction to Eve's palette. Delicate pink, sakura cherry blossoms. Winter sun, butternut and bergamot. Scarlet tanginess, cranberry and red pepper. Zenzalin earth, beetroot and red perea. Moss green, manioc leaves and barley juice. Mood indigo, blue sweet potato. Soft white, cauliflower and parsnip chervil. And balsamic black, deep seawater black garlic.
We baked a special flat bread, and in order to use it as a piece of paper, and they had some tubes and sprays and little dry stuff to sprinkle on, and they were told that they could eat just anything. Of course, they had also vegetables that were to be used as paintbrushes and razor clams as painting knives. And they were told to do just whatever they liked. And when they were finished and happy with their masterpiece, it was photographed. And the photograph was shown in the other area where people were having a cocktail party of 18 different appetizers, and each one of them was related to the theme of paper.
While the guests enjoyed the delicious creations, we went to the kitchen to get a glimpse of Eve's team. Pastry chef David Cassier, chef Julie Coppet, and their assistant Céline Baudet.
This is my 4th performance for the foundation. And each performance has been very different. The first one was on the theme of perspective. I was trying to make people taste perspective. The second one was at Tate Modern. It was about remnants. The third one was in northern France, and it was about light and transparency. So I wanted to do something really different and use a medium that Albers would have used and try to make people experience the Albertian theory not as a meal that was served to them, but as something they could do themselves.
Ça c'est très mignon ça. Fried egg.
I painted my food, yeah. And I liked my painting most. Yes.
That's good. You remain humble then.
It was the best painting, and you will love it. But it's ugly. But it's really ugly. It was awful. But I think it tastes good.
I don't think it's about order. I think it's about color. And he uses the order or the square for the color. It's just an instrument. A neutral instrument too.
So he doesn't try to confine himself with borders, but he tries to express himself with colors.
I don't think he tries to express himself.
I would even
I
say
think-
that he's expressing colors.
Yeah, but not himself.
And a color only exists with other colors. Like the
interaction of colors.
the red in itself is nothing, but the red with another red becomes a kind of red.
It was something I've been working on for a long, long time, and I had no idea if it would work, if people would feel free enough to paint and let themselves go, and it did work.
This was a different approach, but I'd like to think that everyone took his or her own approach. Albers used to say, to follow me, follow yourself.